Let's see how the sound going. All right, say something, JC.
Say something. Oh yeah, I do. Figure out my OBS issue at least.
Whoa, finally, huh?
Yeah, just had to put up a noise gate. For some reason, it was transmitting the noise from my computer, even though it's not supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It was very low noise.
Oh,
But yeah.
yeah. They've been saying my sound has been low, but I'm like, I'll be talking dead into the mic. But I mean, I guess maybe because I haven't found a good stand yet as far as like what I used to have. Like this one right here, I don't have a piece that can go on it and to where I can hold it up. So I have to find a piece for it. So
What the? You don't have a mic arm?
I have a mic arm, as you can
That's what I'm
see,
saying. Like you don't have.
but it's the Elgato Wave 3 is built differently to where like
You got
yeah,
that one.
I need
Gotcha.
a certain piece. Whenever I find that piece, I'll be able to use my mic arm again. But until then, I have to just keep it on my desk. But
Right.
yeah, struggle. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? What's going on, Blaine, Batenda, Edward, Naruto? We're just, in the pre-show, just talking about random stuff. Nothing too major. As we wait for everybody to get in. See, I know Elgato has a clip, but when I looked on Elgato's site, I didn't see a clip.
But you better Amazon. What you talking about? Looking
I
at that
looked
site
on
for?
I looked on Amazon. They have plenty of clips. I just don't know which one fits.
I mean, I do everything YouTube. So YouTube show you which clips.
I tried.
Well,
I tried to
what?
like. I see the clips. I just don't know which one. That's the only problem.
They can't be that expensive, are they? Like what?
No, it's not expensive. I just don't know which one, and I don't want to buy one that doesn't work or doesn't. Cause I bought one. I bought a whole little set, but it doesn't fit around the mic. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to buy another one, and then it doesn't work. So I already wasted money once, so I don't want to keep wasting money. I want a for sure clip that's going to work. So I don't know, man. I don't know. What's going on, engineers? So, did everybody watch the Slime season finale?
Better have.
Y'all better have. Respect Slime, Trent. I know you're going to peep up in here eventually, so we're going to talk about Slime. Lothar say, did we see the Twitch streamer who got banned for queefing? No,
For queefing?
I did not.
Okay, well, anything sexual in nature will get you banned. So
I definitely did not see that. Didn't even hear that. That is definitely something new. I'm not done with Slime yet. Oh man, hey, need to hurry up and finish, man. Definitely hurry up and finish.
Spoiled, my guy.
Who? What? You almost got spoiled real quick.
I almost said something. Never mind. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that to you.
We gonna hold it for you. We gonna hold it for you. Don't really watch like two skip ahead. Really? That sucks. Still waiting to binge the anime, but caught up with the manga. The manga's fire. Next, I don't know where the anime is going to stop at for the second half, but all I can tell y'all is it's fire. Yeah, it's fire. You got some great stuff to look forward to. That was the end of the season, Lothar. That was the end of the season.
Yeah, unfortunately, it'll be back in what, July or something.
Yeah, it comes back in July though. And yeah, YouTube video thumbnails will spoil you.
All day.
It will spoil you. Even the promotional visual that they put out for the second half of the season will spoil you.
I mean, let's just be honest. Like, if you watch the intro to most animes,
spoil you. Oh yeah, most intros spoil you. But this Slime didn't really have a lot of spoilers in it. This intro.
What you mean?
I don't remember. Well, then again, I don't really pay attention. I don't really pay attention. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But did you watch the first My Hero yet?
Nah, they thought it was a recap, so I ain't even watch it.
It wasn't really a recap. It had a little bit of new stuff in it. Had a little bit. Wasn't too much though.
I let it go. Couldn't do it.
I guess I can't blame you. What's going on, John? All right, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. So, yeah. What's up, everybody? We're back with the Beginning After the End podcast. I'm your host, JD. With me, I have my brother, JC, a.k.a. Always J. Carson. How you doing, my guy?
We're doing great out here. It's a great day to be talking about our hero, the MC that we all deserve and need.
That is true. He is an MC we do all deserve and need. Hopefully he continues to be that. But right now it looks like our MC is in a bit of a pickle. I was getting kind of worried for the boy, man. I hope he shakes back. This might literally be his first L that he takes in this series. I don't know, man. We gonna see. We definitely gonna talk about it. But did you enjoy the chapter?
Ooh, wow. Enjoy the chapter is that's a maybe.
Is it because of what took place in the chapter?
No, I mean, like I was pleasantly surprised to see, Arthur having some difficulty that we'll talk about, but I wasn't really like, I wanted more from the chapter. I guess you can say that much. Like I just wanted more, and they kind of, they said they cut it in half from half the battle scene to it is gonna be a next one. So
yeah,
a little disappointed, but it was okay.
Yeah, I definitely understand, but it's looking pretty dicey. Looks like he's gonna have to do some things that might cause him to even hurt himself. But we're gonna get into it. But I guess first off, it's only one way that we can start off, and that is with the different matchups that started to take place. So I thought originally it was gonna be girl versus girl, boy versus boy type thing.
You would think, right?
That's what I would think, but apparently that wasn't the case. Claire went after Clive, so that was
what?
I guess to body him quickly. And
really?
Curtis went after Tess for what? I guess for Tess to body him quickly. I don't know
about that though.
I mean, I can only say that because we have no idea what kind of power Curtis possessed. I mean,
Right.
Granted, he does have his mana beast with him.
That's true.
But it's like, I mean, Sylvie even said Tess is whooping his ass. So
Yeah, she said mom shouldn't have a problem with it.
right. So I mean, what do we do about that? Like, what does that say about Curtis? Does that say more about Curtis or more about Tess? The fact that she's whooping his butt.
I mean, Tess has some like overpowered teachers. Like, what did you expect?
I mean, I expect her to win, but I guess what I wanted to say is I expect Curtis to put up a little bit more of a fight. Kind of make it a little difficult for her. But from what it seems, like this is completely one-sided.
I mean, that's what they're saying right now, but we haven't seen him do anything.
Yeah.
So we don't know yet. I mean, he could put up more of a fight than we think. Catch her off guard for a quick second, but I don't really expect too much of him.
Yeah.
But I want him to be strong, though.
I mean, he would have to be if he's part of the disciplinary committee. I mean, at least that's from everything we've been hearing as far as how the disciplinary committee are the strongest members in the school other than Lucas, but they traded Lucas for Art, which I can't blame him. But
sure.
So, I mean, that's what we would think.
Hold on. Can you blame them? Because, I mean, you seeing Art on the back foot right now. He on the back foot.
Yeah, right now I can't blame him, but we're definitely that's a lot to discuss. We definitely got to get to that in a little bit. That's a lot to discuss because maybe they chose the wrong person. I don't know. But okay, so Tess is whooping Curtis, which I didn't expect like a complete one-sided thing, even though it's Sylvie's words kind of made it seem like it was a one-sided battle, but we don't necessarily know maybe Curtis is putting up a little bit more of a fight. Of course, Sylvia's going to be a little biased or whatever. So,
Of course.
you're right. So maybe that's just the case. But let's look at it from the Claire and Clive aspect. Sylvie did say Claire was winning that battle, correct? Or was it kind of a dead even, but she was holding her own?
I don't remember Sylvie said anything about it. I think Arthur himself might have said something like, she'll be fine.
Yeah,
type situation.
because I know he asked Sylvie how was everything going on the outside. I remember her strictly saying Tess was whooping ass, so that's why I remember that.
Of course.
As far as the Claire part goes, which I might have to look that up really quickly, I can't necessarily remember. But let's just say for show's sake, while I look it up, that she is winning. Are you surprised by that?
No, I mean the head of the DC. I'm not sure what class she's in, like as in like what grade she's in, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
But she comes from good stock, as they say. She's probably been trained really well.
Yeah.
It's kind of it might be an unfair fight. Just to be honest with you, like for some reason I'm kind of feeling like they might not give us the fight. Like I kind of want to see the fight. They might focus on Lucas and Art, but I kind of want to see everybody else fight. But we might not get it. And I'm kind of disappointed now. I'm kind of feeling that vibe. We might not get the fight.
Oh, get to see them fight?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that either. Which I was hoping we would, but I figured most likely we wouldn't. But okay, I found the panel. Sylvie said Mama is winning against Curtis and Claire is winning against Grumpy Guy.
Oh, Grumpy Guy, yeah, of course.
So they're winning, but we don't know if it's a difficult battle.
Right.
So it's like, how do we feel about that? I wish I knew if it was a difficult battle or not. I wish I knew if they was having trouble. Is it more one-sided? Because it's like, we know Tess is strong. We know the DC members are supposed to be strong, but it was never said how strong they were compared to the student council's members. I don't know. I mean, we all know everybody isn't built the same.
Very true.
I'm pretty sure Feifei is. If I had to choose, I would say Feifei is the weakest on the DC. On DC, that's just me. I would say he's the weakest out of all of them. And I'm pretty sure they have a student council member who's stronger than him, or at least I would assume stronger than him.
You would assume. I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, we already know there's students stronger than him, aka Lucas is stronger than Feifei. So I don't know, man. Yeah, Blaine, T-Bait is from Art's point of view, but still, we would like to see, some kind of fight going on with the other characters. We don't want
character development,
right?
Sir. Like that's what we here for,
right? We don't want it to be another Solo. Where's the?
We don't.
We want to see some
Solo, but we don't want it.
Yeah, we want to see some other characters get their shine. I mean, even the other S-rank hunters in Korea got their shine. I mean, even though necessarily it was an ass whooping to Baru, but they still got some screen time. These people are not getting any screen time at all, which they should have, which kind of sucks. Sucks balls. But I guess we can move on to the big thing, since we definitely don't really know any more details on the entire fight. Other than that, they're winning. So, which that's probably all we're going to get, because I doubt we're going to see any of that fight.
Oh, come on. Goodness, please.
What?
It's gotta happen, man. Like, at least Art and Tess. That's gotta happen.
I don't know. I think if it's Art versus Tess, Art is going to lose, because he's already taken a hell of a beating just against Lucas right now.
This is true.
So even if he does, what are y'all lost for?
Oh, Marcus said something. I read that sentence a couple times. I didn't know what he's trying to say.
But what's Blaine lost for?
Same thing.
What's Solid lost for? Solace. What's he lost for? Why? I don't get why everybody's lost. Okay.
You have to look at Marcus's message.
Oh, you thought. Oh, you were lost because you thought it was we was talking about chapter 99. No, that haven't come out yet. we're still on 98. 99 is next week. Lucas does have elemental advantage, which is the big reason he is giving Arthur the business. Big reason. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. So, well, what you think about this fight? Are you surprised Lucas is doing as well as he is, or are you more disappointed in Arthur for not doing as well as he could?
Actually, well, for the first part of the question, no. I mean, Lucas isn't weak. Let's put it that way. Lucas isn't weak. He has not been weak. He has a horrible personality and character.
This is true.
But he is not weak in any stretch of imagination. Yes, if Arthur did have his water element or water or fire,
yeah,
is that the ones he's missing?
Yep.
Yeah, water or fire, and then he'd probably be doing just fine, and the fight wouldn't be as difficult. But at the same time, I mean, like, let's just take the fight with the teacher Geist. Like, Arthur, he was up against fire at that point. It was actually blue fire, which is supposed to be quote unquote hotter. He came through the teacher like it was nothing. I mean, he was dodging every attack.
Right.
He knew where it was coming from, and he pressed the teacher and won. But he can't do that with Lucas. Lucas is on a whole nother level. And just like Arthur at the end of the teacher fight with Geist, he was thinking to himself like, I should have finished that fight a lot faster.
Right.
He's kind of slipping. He felt kind of slipping. Now he fights against, Lucas, and it's I will say we're gonna call this a mid difficulty, high difficulty fight for him right now because he's handicapped.
Yeah, it's definitely high diff because he's handicapped.
Yeah, it's like, so he's not expecting to be in a high difficulty fight with Lucas, even though he is handicapped. He's having to literally pull random tricks out his ass right now. They don't know if it's gonna work or not to win. He might lose this fight in his mind.
I mean, do I want to see him lose? I don't mind seeing him lose. I just don't want him to lose to Lucas.
Nah, he's not gonna lose to Lucas, man. Like he's gonna beat Lucas.
I mean,
of course.
we're hoping he beats Lucas. I mean, if this plan of his is going to work, where he's going to suck all of the oxygen out of this dome, which is going to kill the fire and yet pretty much damn near suffocate the both of them. I mean, yeah, but that's like, am I risking? Like, what are you risking? Just for the fact that you can win by sucking all of the oxygen out? Is that what we're going for? Is that our last resort? Is that the only trick or move we have left? Is just to suck all the oxygen out and pretty much suffocate each other?
I mean, you gotta understand, this is Arthur here. Like, not only is he going to try it because I'm Arthur and I want to see if I can do it.
Right.
Because I don't think that's ever. I mean, I would think this probably hasn't been done too many times. Like, who's gonna think of like taking the oxygen out of an area just to win a fight? Like, who's gonna do that besides him? Who could even think of that at his age besides him?
Yeah, I mean, probably at his age, he is definitely the only one that will probably think of something as crazy and drastic as that. I guess it's just like, I just want to feel like there's another way. There's something else we can do other than this drastic move. Like, it has to be at least one other thing we can do without doing this. Because if we do this and we defeat Lucas in this aspect, but we're still kicking, all Clive or Tess has to do is probably come and tap us on the shoulder or punch us in the arm or something, and we're out.
I mean, like, I don't think his mana reserves is going to be gone in that aspect. But Marcus did make a point. Like, I don't know. Like, if I take it back to Avatar, because they're using the Avatar's, water, earth, fire, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, like, he can't use his it's not, okay, Marcus, to your point, he's not Earth is not his strongest his strongest magic, so he can't use it like somebody else might be able to use it. So it is a weakness for him. So I was thinking to myself like his Earth magic a little better than what he's doing, but it's not his strong point. So he's doing the basics when it comes to his Earth magic. So that's why he's losing in that aspect. 'Cause I don't think fire is anywhere near as strong as Earth is, because Earth is just basically rock at that point. So that's why he's losing.
Hmm. Yeah, that is why he's losing. He has his two weakest elements, which is wind and earth. But do you think this might be one of those Pokemon moments as a reference to where we're in the middle of this battle and we evolve? And when I mean we're evolving, I mean one of our element attributes evolve to like the next stage. Do you think that's something that can potentially happen? Like wind evolves into sound during this battle, or earth into whatever. And what's going on, Seraph?
Hello.
I
How you doing, my guy?
I
Sorry.
I understand that. I understand that, but I don't. When it comes to deviant, because like deviant magic seems to be, I mean, it seems to be special for everybody except for Arthur. I don't know if they're gonna give him another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, I don't know if it's going to evolve into something, because I think what Earth magic evolves into like magma if you're one or the other. I can't remember how that works.
I think that's the case. I'm not totally sure. So, Seraph, to catch you up briefly, we're talking about the fight between Arthur and Lucas. We know Arthur is pretty much handicapped at this point, so it's a high difficulty battle for him. Now, the question I ask, do you think, because, okay, so before I say that, I think there has to be some other way Arthur can win this battle other than sucking the oxygen out of this dome that both of them are in and pretty much killing both of them. I think there has to be some other way. So my question to JC was, do you think it's some kind of Pokemon type S thing will happen where during the midst of this battle, one of Arthur's attributes evolve, like wind goes to sound and earth to magma or something like that? If that's something that could even happen, granted we don't know, we don't know how light novel works and all that stuff, so maybe this is something that happened, maybe it isn't. But do you think that is possible?
I mean, it would be possible to do, like, when magic can probably evolve into like a vacuum type magic, where like it just sucks, kind of like a black hole type deal.
Right.
And then like, if he can manage to just suck up all the air in the thing, then that'd be like a vacuum type magic. So it could potentially evolve for him if he goes.
But do you think that's the only other way he can win other than just pretty much sucking all the oxygen out? Do y'all think that is literally our last move?
Actually, I see your point here. Like, yes, there are deviant magic and stuff like that, but like, I think the way that Arthur will excel is in the way that you use your magic. Like, bro, if you have like wind magic, like tornadoes,
Yeah.
I mean, you have so many different possibilities you can use it, and like, I guess he's trying to use it in a different way now. So I mean, there are other ways he could do it. You can definitely overwhelm your opponent if you really want to. But I just don't think like he's put that much thought into it yet. I think he's kind of, like I said in the previous one, I think he's kind of over or underestimating his opponents to a fault right now. I don't think he expected to have this much, issue with Lucas, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he meant to he means to have this much problem with Lucas. But do y'all think he should have known that this was gonna be a tough fight? Granted, he's seen Lucas in action, and his only assumption should have been Lucas has gotten stronger since the last time he's seen him. So do you think Arthur underestimated Lucas, or do you think Lucas is just that strong? I mean, granted, we know he's strong, but strong enough to where it's giving Arthur this much trouble, even with the handicap.
I mean, it's a big handicap though.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know like anything about these two magic. He knows like a good chunk about it. So like that's why he's bringing science involved into this.
Right.
Well, I
That's why
mean,
it's probably giving him a lot of trouble because like if he was using like his fire and water magic, he would have probably had it hit no problem.
this is very true. When I look at it, I mean, David made a point earlier. Arthur should have known better, but I mean, the reason why he's hiding his magic so Lucas won't know who he is
Right.
from
Yeah,
the cave. So, I mean, I think he's underestimating because like if I had to say this were like a fight to the death, like no holds barred, like I'm coming to kill you type situation, like Arthur would win. This is probably I would say probably a mid difficulty fight. But since this is not killing and it's just like an exercise,
yeah, it's sparring, so like
Yeah.
you gotta hold back anyway.
Gotta
Type deal
hold
while
back.
Right.
Lucas is over here going all out type
literally
shit.
not holding back.
Right.
Like if Arthur wanted to kill him at this point, like he would probably would have done that by now. But
It's
you
because
know,
he's done it so many countless times. It's like
Exactly.
it's easy for him to do it, but like him holding, like the difference between a spar and an actual fight is that you gotta hold back in a spar. You can't fucking
Right.
do all this extra shit going all out like that, you know. So I think if it was like a fight to the death, even with just the handicap of the two deviant magics, he'd probably walk him.
It's definitely one of those things, man. I don't know. Do you think this is gonna be his L? Do you think he's gonna take an L on this one?
Maybe a draw.
I mean, like I don't think it's gonna be an L. I mean it's a team battle. I
Right.
mean Arthur is in trouble right now, and it's not like anybody else can't jump in and help him out. So I mean, like I'm leaning towards somebody's gonna jump in and help him out because his strategy might work and he might take out Lucas. But if it's like a halfway type thing and they don't want to lose the competition, so why might jump in?
Okay. Here's another possibility. Lucas is low key going overboard. So do you think the teacher will step in before Arthur uses this last ditch effort and take all the oxygen out?
Maybe. A lot of Archer's fights so far have been interrupted since he got to school. Except for the teacher fight, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna say no because she only gave a stipulation of once your life points, quote unquote, are gone and you step over that line. That's when she steps in.
Right.
Right now, it's just a battle. Nobody's really been that injured, so she's gonna watch it till the end. But I think she knows Arthur can handle it. If it might have been anybody else, she might have stepped in. He's in the excessive force, but I mean, as of right now, it's still within his grasp. Like he's dodging attacks, he's understanding what's going on. He doesn't seem like, he's being pressed, but he's not like overwhelmed yet.
Right. I don't know. It's a toughie. Because I'm starting to think it's going to be a draw myself. Maybe
Better not be.
maybe a double KO type thing. They both knock each other out. Yeah, that's very possible.
It's possible. That's a regular
Right.
cliche of things
Right,
happening.
that's a cliche. I mean,
the villain and the hero.
right. And this whole school arc has been nothing but cliches. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, if
Literally since we walked into school, it's been cliche. After
right.
cliche.
So
if Arthur loses, then they lose the match.
yeah,
Nah.
pretty
I don't
much.
know, maybe Arthur's just secretly thinking about like wearing him down to the point where Claire could just step in and knock his ass out.
Come on, you
But-
can't.
but
guys,
we don't
you
know
can't
how
have
much-
him.
We don't know if Claire is struggling. We know Claire is winning.
That's true.
But we don't know if she's struggling.
That's true.
Okay. From a story standpoint,
Mhm.
I could say that you cannot have the brand new appointed teacher of a class who everybody's looking at like he's not supposed to be there,
Mm-hmm.
being beaten by Lucas is highborn, quote, whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
like you can't have him being beaten right after he becomes a teacher.
I mean, yeah, you can't. But this was set up for him to technically get beaten. It's a handicap one because he's 2 attributes short. Two, because all they have to do is do enough damage to his suit in order for him to be ruled, done. In order for him to lose. Even if he doesn't take a lot of damage himself, as long as his, suit or whatever calculates enough damage, then he loses.
True.
So it's a handicap all the way around. So he'll literally have to not get touched in order for them to win, or barely get touched any, because we don't
Incorrect,
know how.
Blaine.
What Blaine said?
Incorrect, Blaine.
He's starting to think Good Sky sucks as a headmaster.
Well, why you say that, Blaine? Why you think she's starting to suck as a headmaster?
Look, Good Sky has been doing everything according
She's been
to
doing
plan.
work, bro.
She's been doing hella work. She's putting Arthur through the paces, right? If he's going to be the person that she's trying to mold him to be, yeah, you're gonna have to fight, Lucas, to understand his powers, understand how he grew from what, I don't know how long it's been since he last encountered him, but I mean, she knows these things. So she put him in situations like she knew about Geist was kind of probably a problem.
Agreed.
That's why whenever, she put him in the class, or he's gonna be in the first class, and now Geist is out. It's so simple. She's doing everything according to plan.
Is this really according to plan, or is she just making it up as she go?
I think it's according to plan, because the way she was talking was that she didn't, she was wondering if she was pushing him too far, she gonna make him an enemy. I think she's literally has everything going according to plan, but she's worried about, pushing him a little bit too far.
I mean,
making him
I think at first it was probably going according to plan until she found out what Avia said. And now she's like low key. Maybe I should probably take it easy a little bit.
Maybe I should tone this down.
Right, maybe I should tone it down just a tad. I might be going a little too hard. Blaine says she sucks mainly because she has hot-headed professors going at it with students and putting him in bad situations. And he said he thinks she's making it up as she goes. I mean, he's technically right. She has put him in some messed up situations, and
she
of
put
course,
him in one. He had to go to that class anyways.
Yeah, he had to go to that class, but she knew how that man was when she hired him. She knew that, and she knew the class Arthur was going to now. How this teacher was when she hired her. Look. She should know
Arthur,
these teachers. She should know these.
That's
people.
Arthur's fault.
Okay. Yeah. Granted, part of it is his fault, but at the same time, she was like, "So you're my colleague," and then she was like, "You know what? How about you just go ahead and test your strings? I just want to see what you're capable of myself."
Okay, you're right about that, but at the same time, what did Good Sky what did she promise Arthur? So you will be able to spar with the strongest people in the school. And Lucas is one of the strongest people in the school. So but here we are.
Did she technically mean in this fashion though? I'm pretty sure she meant something a tad bit different.
I mean,
probably sparring with teachers.
Right.
The strongest
or like upperclassmen or something.
Upperclassmen, but Lucas is an upperclassman class.
Oh yeah, granted this is an upperclassman class, so I guess that somewhat qualifies. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I think she's making it up as she go. She was thinking a lot of stuff, and she was just making it up as she goes. And then when she found out what she found out, now she kind of, how should I go about this? Because, see, that's the thing when you find out things. And, you just been going along your everyday life, and then you find out something that could change the entire landscape of this whole world as far as she goes, this whole continent. And now it's like, how do I now go about dealing with this kid? Because granted, Avian was like, yeah, you treat him right, gonna be your best friend. You treat him bad, he's gonna kill you and everybody else.
At this point, he should just make the gun.
He should just make a gun.
Make the magic gun. Let's go, Art.
But that's what I'm saying. So now it's like, how is she going to maneuver after that? After she heard that, well, what is her next maneuver? What, make him assistant principal after that? Like what is next?
Probably just let it sit at where it is. And
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't.
see where it goes from there. To be
She
honest,
has leverage right now. She wouldn't give him that much power.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think she's probably gonna let it sit where it is. I don't think she's gonna put any more pressure on him. But then again, I didn't think she was gonna put any more pressure on him after the DC thing. But I was wrong. So I can't really put it past her at this point about adding extra pressure, especially if he wins this in a like grand fashion. Who knows what else is going to happen?
I mean, it just validates his position
Granted,
as
yes.
a teacher at this point. Like when the actual what's her name? What's the professor's name in this class?
Glory.
Glory.
Mm-hmm.
When she put him in the spotlight, you know, she said basically prove it. And
She
so
did.
he's got to win. He's got to win just to prove that. The gain respect.
That is true.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure that this taking the air out of the like a dome or whatever he's gonna do is gonna be something everybody's gonna know that, hey, none of us could do this even if we were high level. He's gonna show, you know, they put some respect on his name because you can't do this. That's why he's got to win.
He has to win.
not
But
wrong.
he has to win. I agree. He has to win. It's just how is he going to win? As of right now, it's not looking good. I really think there has to be some kind of. I really think there has to be another way. I just don't see him sucking all the oxygen out and hoping he doesn't pass out, you know, from the lack of oxygen.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Arthur is a seasoned veteran. He's a kid now,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a grown man back in his past life. So like life or death situations aren't really something that scares him.
Yeah, but
Like
has he
it
ever tried to suffocate himself?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's been in, you know, I don't know. I haven't been in a life or death situation where I had to fight my way out of it, but I'm pretty sure
I mean,
since he was one of the strongest in the old world, he'd be just fine.
I agree with that. I'm just saying, has the man ever tried to suffocate himself?
Well, he seems to be fine with the plan now.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's fine with the plan. But JD, he's learning air manipulation. Yeah, he's learning it, but he isn't a master at it.
True. So, okay.
I can learn how to snowboard, but I don't mean it's going to end up well for me if I go down the slopes.
Yeah, definitely not for me. I've done that before.
I got you, bud.
Wasn't good for me.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, he learning, which granted he is, but you know, everything don't always go according to plan, I guess.
I would say my question is like, okay, Arthur he had the fight with Geist, and he realized that he wasn't stronger. He wasn't as strong as he wanted to be. Now he's getting pushed by Lucas also.
Right.
Do you think it's gonna like, you know, spur him to put more effort into it? I'm not saying he hasn't before, but spur him to put more effort into his training.
It should. I would like to think that would be the case, that he puts a hell of a lot more effort into his training after this. But I mean, the only thing would be, would he have time now, given that he has teacher duties as well as his own classes to take care of? Would he have time to do the training as much as he thought he would?
Well, I mean, what he'd be teaching his class would be what he considers the basics. So it's not like he would have to study for it or anything. So, I mean, he was teaching them the basics, and then every other class he goes to are still basics for him. Like, the first year classes, he don't need to take them.
Well,
he's only interested in the advanced classes, right?
I mean, he is interested in the what's the class Gideon teach? What's the name of that class?
Artificer?
Yeah, he is. He
Yep.
is interested in that class, and he has nothing, you know, no knowledge of that. Also, he has the DC committee stuff, you know, disciplinary committee stuff that he has to attend to, whatever that's going to be. I'm pretty sure. other than just going around stopping fights here and there. I'm pretty sure it's maybe paperwork or some stuff he might have to do. So that's also time wasted.
It's very true.
It's a tough position, man. Like, I don't know. The poor Art. That man never gonna catch a break. So, Sarah, if I have to ask you this, do you think Tess is struggling against Curtis, or do you think Curtis is struggling against Tess? Now we don't know.
I don't know what his powers are, what he does, so I can't say.
Right. I
just know he has, you know, a beast, well, familiar type deal. I don't know how strong he is fighting. Like, he's probably gotten a lot of training from, you know, his dad and stuff like that. But probably say it's, like, right now, probably even.
I mean, the only reason I asked because we got all we know from the chapter is Sylvie said Tess is winning and Claire is winning, but not that either one of them are struggling or winning, you know, very easily. All we know is that they're winning. So I just want to ask you, because I already asked JC, do you think Tess is struggling, or do you think she's winning, but, you know, pretty easily?
Pretty beat up-ish.
Yeah. But she's winning.
I'd probably say she's struggling a little bit. Not too much, but just like enough, you know?
Enough for it to be a challenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Curtis is putting up a fight. But, like, Tess is still winning, but still, Curtis is putting up a fight.
Okay. So what do you think about Claire and Clive?
Clive.
Yeah. We know Claire is winning. We just don't know if it's difficult or not.
I don't feel like she's struggling as much. Mainly because of the fact that, like, she's taken up, like, the same sword play and same magic style as the Double Eight Rink adventure, and she's trained under him. So she's probably has a little bit more experience than Clive from the way it looks.
Okay. All right. True. Let's see. I know it was
like, I don't know too much about Clive to put an input on that. But
yeah, we don't know much about none of the other ones, which is why I wish, well, at least I hope we get to see their fight next chapter, that it kind of cuts away, and so we can get a fight, you know, at least see.
It'd be nice if we get a couple of chapters to see, like, all three fights happening type deal.
That's what I was hoping we'll get, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get that at the rate we're going. All right, but David had a question. Where do we see the story for Arthur taking us in upcoming chapters or arcs? And what would you like to see for Arthur and his friends? Personally, I would like to see his friends get a little more shine. You know, step into the spotlight. We don't want them to end up like Chahayan and Troy and Bach and all of them. We want to see some character development. As far as upcoming arcs, I just want to see Arthur progress. I want to see his progression and just new things that he's learned. What about y'all? How y'all feel about that question?
Where do you see the story for Arthur taking us in upcoming arcs? It'd be cool to see, like, somebody try and raid the school type deal.
Cliche.
Yeah, regular cliche.
That regular cliche.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, because then, like, Arthur gets to probably go all out, and we get to see him, like, go ham. And then we get to see other students do other stuff too. And you can't change my mind about the ship of Tess and Arthur. That's already set sail. It ain't coming back to the port.
All right. JC?
Well, I mean, like, I'm going to go with the easy answer, which is going to be, you know, Art's going to get stronger. Something's going to knock him down a peg. He gets stronger. It's going to be one of those things of, you know, a story of, like, he thinks he's strong enough, then he goes through some losses, then he gets stronger. It's going to be one of those types of things. So
right.
I think the school arc is going to end abruptly somehow, because, like, I don't see the story staying in the school arc for that long. Like, something's got to happen. Like, beginning after end, it has never been this type of story where they're this very cliche until now. So I don't think they're gonna stay in the school arc very long.
So you think something do you think something's gonna happen to where they have to jump out of the school arc and start something else, like, that whole cliche
It's
type
got to be
thing?
the new world. That new world when they were, they had an inclination of there's somebody else out there, but outside our borders we don't know about. It's got to be something like that.
That could be it. Could be it. Let's see. I know it was another question. Let's see. Go down. Blaine said Turtle Me likes time skips. He does. He does like.
I'll take it.
I wouldn't mind a time skip. It just depends on what the time skip is gonna be. Yes. Setup. Yeah, fine. Lothar, her uncle, Claire's uncle, is Caspian, the double-A adventurer Arthur sparred with during the thingy. The thingy. The adventure license thingy. That one. That thingy.
Pretty strong. Almost lost.
Yeah, he almost lost. Arthur almost gave him the work, and Arthur wasn't nowhere near as strong as he is now, and almost gave the man the work.
That was a good fight. I love that fight. Actually, when I was reading it, I pretty much thought Arthur might lose once Caspian got like super serious. But it was good for the story for them not to finish that fight.
Yeah.
Even though I really wanted it to happen.
Did you think Caspian was going to lose, or do you think?
No, I thought Arthur would probably lose that one. Just by a hair, like just because maybe like a mana core difference, something like that.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like he was gonna lose, but not by much.
Okay. All right. Definitely gonna see. But do y'all have? First of all, what y'all give the chapter? Scale of 1 to 10. Where we're rating it?
I'm giving that about 8.5 on that one.
Okay.
I do like
I'm
seeing
about on the
Arthur
same
struggle. Yeah, I like seeing Arthur struggle a little bit. It's good to see the main character like, okay, I just can't beat everybody. Except for he's at a handicap, but nobody else knows that. But yeah, I mean, actually, I'm not at a handicap because if you want to use the beast will, I mean, like if he really wanted to, his life was really in danger. Of course, he. Anyways,
I mean, but it is a handicap, by all intents and purposes, it is a handicap for him. But so I guess we're all giving it an 8.5, right?
Yeah.
So let's
pretty
see.
Close to the 8.5.
All right. So Christian said an 8. Edward said a 7. Blaine said a 7.5. Batenda says a 5. There was no Lucas corpse. That's why he gives it a 5. David said a solid 8. Okay, so pretty much 8s. Got 1 7, 7.5. We gonna see. So any predictions for next chapter?
I really hope that the chapter's not. I mean, not the chapter. The fight's not over next chapter. Like, I really want them to kind of dive into other fights. I want at least 2 more chapters of this before it ends.
Right.
But it's probably going to end next chapter, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What you think, Sarah?
Someone's gonna interrupt the fight.
Okay. Just don't see no way around it.
That's all I can think about right now.
She just like, I know somebody's gonna interrupt this fight. I don't know who, but somebody is gonna interrupt this fight.
It's a regular cliche. I see it a lot. And ever since school started, all I've been thinking about is just cliches. Always trying to fucking think my way around it and say something different.
It always comes back to cliche. It always comes back to it.
And that really bugs me, so that's what's like stuck in my head.
We're
gonna go through this fight, and then something's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna interrupt it.
That is definitely what's going on.
Whether it be Good Sky or Glory.
I don't even think Good Sky is gonna interrupt. I think she's just still trying to figure out like, what the hell am I gonna do with this kid? I don't even think she has time to interrupt this fight.
I don't know. There's like points where like it's for a loop of a 180, and then right now it's just like, we're gonna pull up every fucking cliche we could get.
Yep,
And I'm
pretty
just
much.
like, huh?
That's how it is. That's how it is. But I definitely think it's gonna end Friday. I don't think it's going to I don't think it's gonna go any further. I'll be shocked if it does, but I do think it's gonna end. And yeah, that's about. I don't know how it's gonna end, but I just think it's gonna end. I guess that's the most I can say about that. But yeah, Lothar, tomorrow definitely solo. David says Arthur versus Jinwoo. Jinwoo as of right now. That's
not even close.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
easy.
with the way it stands, general.
That's an easy dub for Jin. Now, at the end of it, I'm pretty sure Arthur is probably gonna be stronger. But I mean, that's just something we'll have to see. Rimuru versus Jin, say Christian. I mean, Christian, that's first of all, that's disrespectful to Rimuru. To put
He's a
him
demon lord now with the fucking
Right.
primal arch demon.
I mean that is very disrespectful to Rimuru to even put him in a battle with this person that you're mentioning. It's just wrong. It's wrong. Rimuru easy, low diff.
Rimuru sama.
I don't know.
Well, I haven't watched today's episode of Slime. If somebody wants to watch it with me,
You haven't seen today's episode yet?
yeah.
Nothing
You guys
magical.
want to
happened.
watch with me?
Nothing crazy happened. As far as like,
Okay, something kind of crazy happened.
some kind of crazy. Wasn't too crazy, but some kind of crazy.
I think it was crazy.
Yeah, I guess it's low key crazy. I guess. I don't know.
I didn't
Low-key.
expect it to happen so soon, but you know, it
Yeah.
happened.
I mean, it was mentioned that it has been 2 years since this thing occurred. So 2 years, that's a pretty decent time. I didn't even think it's been 2 years, so I'm glad they kind of mentioned that. All right, so that's it for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell. Definitely sub to the Hunters Association podcast. I got a feeling tomorrow's gonna be one of those shows that you don't want to miss.
It's
Because
gonna be a huge
because-
conversation
because-
between JC and Trent.
because of
WWE
Chipotle.
Wednesday SmackDown, baby. Let's go.
Facts.
don't
Chipotle
tell
Bowl
me
is
that.
on the line, and I
We're
have
gonna
a
have a steel cage match, ladies and gentlemen.
feeling somebody is going to lose a Chipotle Bowl, and somebody is
Lord.
going
Which
to
one is it?
win a Chipotle Bowl.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
You heard it here
honestly.
first, people. It's showtime. So, we will catch you guys tomorrow. Be there because it should be fun. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Christian say Trent shouldn't be allowed to bet. Yeah.
This is very true. This is still true.
This is still true. It's still true. But all right, y'all. We will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.